Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 5 of Trillionaire. At the end of last episode, we ran into some technical problems with a misbehaving seller and item collector combo. Um, by now, I've either have posted or will soon be posting a mini tutorial on how I fix that. It's a little look into how you can use MC-Edit to fix similar problems. But looking at the log, the issue was in the seller block. It was misbehaving in the basically it froze the world loop. So no ticks were happening, and then eventually the watchdog came in. I was like, "Hey, nothing's happened for 60 seconds. You crashed." And it's like, "Yep, I indeed crashed." So I have a couple suspicions for why. First of all, it could be that maybe items aren't supposed to be piped in the top, but I somewhat doubt that because there's a hopper on top. Second suspicion is that when I put the advanced item collector on it, there was an item in range that wasn't sellable, and it got forced into the inventory that caused it to break. Like, I don't what happens if you put I know if you put a sellable item in here, you sell it, right? But if you put a non-sellable item, yeah, you can't. But maybe the advanced item collector forced it in there, I'm not sure. Third possibility is maybe I just never right-clicked it to register it to me, so I didn't know who to give the money to when I put the item collector on. Anyways, I'm gonna move over to a test world where I, test some of those theories, and if I can, basically, if I want to make it so if I accidentally crash it again, I can just delete the world and not care. From my testing, I came to the conclusion that the problem was specific to placing the item collector directly on the seller. So if you collect to a buffer, like that, let's turn this on to start filling the buffer. Oh boy, is it laggy. I almost definitely am going to have to move this further away. But if we collect to a buffer, and then we can pipe from the buffer. You know what, let's turn this off while we work, so I can work in more than 10 frames per second. We can then go from the buffer to the seller with any type of item piping. It can go any side of the seller, so the side here is fine. I'll use translocators because it's fast. And I put the filter in here, right? The seller is default linked to you, so if I do this, it sells it for me. So I'll put the extra wheat in here. Now it'll sell items that normally don't have a sale value. So that's why it's important that you filter this. Otherwise, if I accidentally drop something, I don't want it getting sold, like if I drop my pickaxe or something. So, is this actually centered? I guess it is. Yeah, now if I just turn this on, go, and leave, it should just be producing and selling for me. Which means if I check the shop here, we have $464, $486, $495, $500, so on and so forth. We also observed that one drum seemed to be a little bit too slow for harvesting all these plants. So let's just use 3 drums. And if we need more, we can add more. But this will just increase our harvest rate, that much more. Basically, each drum, when it pulses, looks like it can only harvest, up to a certain number of pieces of wheat. So with more drums, they just harvest faster. Anyways, yeah, as long as I'm not right up against it, it doesn't seem to affect my frame rate too. Okay, no, it doesn't affect my frame rate. Well, like if we're here, we're fine, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's far enough that we can leave it there. If we do have to move it, I'll put it into probably the mining dimension. Anyways, that's that. That'll do its thing. We can leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it running for like the next I don't know, let's give it about 5 minutes and just see how much money we get per minute. So right now, it is, I'll start right here at $1,300. We'll come back in 5 minutes and see how much money I've made. It's been 5 minutes. You can't really tell, but it's nighttime now. And we now have 4,874. So let me write this number down. Let me sleep before I get blown up. And then we'll calculate our per minute or per second income from that. That means that over the course of 5 minutes, we made $3,566 at a per minute basis. That's just a bit under $60 a minute. Or, hold on. That's not right. It's on a per minute basis, we make $713 per minute. or just about $12 a second. Now, $12 a second, you're probably thinking that's a lot of money. And to be fair, that's a fair bit of money. I mean, $12, $12, $12. Hey, I'll take it. If I could make $12 a second, I'd be more than happy. But to put things into perspective, if we're going to become a trillionaire at this rate, it's going to take a long time. So this is a starting point, perhaps. In fact, let me tell you how long it'll take for us to become a trillionaire at this rate. 2,640 plus years. That is the better part of 3 millennia to become a trillionaire. So this is definitely enough money to get us started. We can, we can buy the things we need now. If I need diamonds, I can buy diamonds. In fact, if I need mana, right, we'll just buy some black lotuses and make mana this way. But this is not late game levels of mana, or late game levels of money. Anyways, with this income, actually, I think I can try to upgrade our farm to just have all the sprinklers. So instead of just 25, I'll try to get it to 81 sprinklers. If I need resources now, it's just, iron. Yeah, I'll buy a stack of iron for 1,900 bucks. No problem. By my count, it'll take 56 more sprinklers to max this out. So let's turn it off. The lag comes from the when they grow. It causes a block update. But anyways, or rather a chunk update, which causes lighting to be reevaluated. So when it's not growing, it doesn't lag. Anyways, I'm just gonna fill this in. And let's run it for another couple minutes to get a sense of our upgraded per minute money income. I suspect we were like 700-ish before. My guess is this will put us at right about 1,000. In 5 minutes, and we are up to 11,800 from 5,800. So 6,000 bucks in 5 minutes, 1,200 a minute. It's actually almost double what we had before. All right, well, good enough for now. Again, this won't make us a trillionaire, but it will allow us to buy stuff as needed. So, now look at that. I was rewarded with 3 sprinklers. Haha, how cute. Okay, I should figure out where I want to go from here, huh? We have a lot of options. We can either do more magic. More magic probably comes in the form of astral sorcery or more tech. I'm thinking tech. To do anything with tech, we're gonna need more power. Our one little survivalist generator here has been doing his best, but his best is not good enough. So I think getting down here to dynamos seems like a good idea, and then we can make power from various dynamo-based power and go from there. So I guess we need to follow this quest chain. Make a sturdy casing. That's a lot of bronze. We have this, which can make plates. I'm gonna see if we can upgrade it to be able to make gears as well. Nope, that's not happening. We need an ender crafter in order to put the upgrade kit in, and without an upgrade kit, we can't put the augment in to make gears. So I guess for the time being, we're going to continue making gears here in the smeltery. That's fine. So I need a bunch of bronze gears and bronze ingots. I can't directly buy bronze, but I could buy 3 stacks of copper and a stack of tin. Barely makes a dent in my money. And melt it all. Is this? It's just barely not tall enough to melt everything at once. Fear not. I can just make it taller. And add one more ladder so I can go up and down still. The smelter's made us a few gears, so let's make a few casings. I saw the ward is a lot more bronze. Anyways, I assume that's to make the thermionic fabricator. Uses a couple steel ingots. So what else can we make with this? I guess mostly just the forestry stuff. Rain tank, what's that? Who knows? Bunch of forestry bee stuff. Nope, not touching dentistry this pack. Alright, thermionic fabricator. No glass. Alright, let's make some of that. I'm actually low on coal, huh? Here, let's do something here. If I buy some lapis, can I? Yeah, I can just buy a whole stack of lapis. I'll use that to get max fortune on our pick. Doesn't even, it only took 20 pieces of lapis to do it. But now that I have, now that I have max fortune on the pick, I can use it to mine the rest of this lapis real quick, just so that I have lapis available. And then I can buy some coal ore, mine all of that, and we'll have plenty of coal. Like having a quarry, basically. Alright. Yeah, that's a lot of lapis. And then here, give me coal. I'm sure coal is cheap, right? 10 bucks each. Ah. I can even buy an unbreakable one now, so I don't have to have unlimited building. Anyways, that's what 10 blocks of coal looks like. Or 10 stacks of coal. And turn it all into individual coal pieces. That's a lot of coal. Some other benefits of having money, we don't need to eat bread anymore. We can eat thankful dinners. It's good to have money. Thanks, bread. You got me through some hard times, but we got some real food now. Anyways, now let's make that thermionic fabricator. Gives us some sand. And we need to make, is it any electron tube? Yes. So we need to make any electron tube, and those are to make steam dynamo. Since a steam dynamo specifically needs a tin electron tube, let's make that. Thermionic fabricator actually uses a fair bit of energy, if I recall, while it's running. I don't know if our little survivalist generator can keep up. In fact, it's already dumped its entire inventory. Well, we have the conduit buffer. Anyways, it's heating up. You can give it sand or glass. It uses less heat if you use glass, so that's not how you make tin electron tubes. No, that is. Oh, I didn't put the tin in here. Derp. Alright, let's just, we'll make a fair number of them. And then, as long as you keep a valid recipe... Oh, I didn't want to melt all that. As long as you keep a valid recipe in here, it continues using energy to maintain its heat. So if you want to turn it off, you can either give it a redstone signal, or you can just, like, do that. And since it's no longer a valid recipe, it stops drawing energy. Anyways, I'm just gonna use all the glass I melted. I don't know if I'll ever use this many tin electron tubes, but I'm making them. Alright, so quest complete. Next, let's make the steam dynamo. A steam dynamo takes water, so I'll pump it out of a sink, and furnace fuels, and it burns it to produce 60 RF a tick by default, and there's upgrades once we have augments available that make it better. So it produces less RF per piece of fuel. In fact, a block of coal produces 240k in here, whereas in here it's I think if I have one in my inventory, it tells me in the tooltip 800,000. Right, so it produces less energy. It's less efficient than the survivalist generator, but it's also 12 times faster. So you win some, you lose some. If I'm going to use a lot of power based on that, we can set up a system where we automatically buy coal, and I'm sure there's some way we can process coal ore down automatically. But I'd like to, use that only briefly to perhaps get into better power. In fact, what other dynamos are there that we could consider? Magmatic sucks. What about this one? Does this burn redstone? It burns redstone with something else. Huh. Enervation dynamos can straight up burn redstone, or they can decharge any charged inventory, but burning redstone for 640k, and I know we can buy redstone ore very cheaply as well. Is there a trivial way to turn redstone ore into redstone? Oh, I mean, obviously we could break it, melt it for 1. Not very good. I guess I'll look into this later. Crusher it for 10. Ooh, that seems like a good deal. Before getting too distracted with power, let's make do with what we have right now and try to work our way towards the machine frame, because that unlocks all of the thermal expansion machines. So we need to do this half of the quest now. We need a carpenter. Gives us a... Oh, that's another way to make infinite water. And eventually in a power and for display stands. Alright, so a carpenter, hey, we can just make it, convenient. And then power, this I doubt we can just craft, yeah. Alright, it's crafting time. Nice that I can just get a whole bunch of nether quartz without having to go to the nether. In fact, I don't even have another portal yet, do I? Is it hiding down here? No, I don't have another portal yet. Let's craft 5 display stands, then upgrade one of them into an empower. Dang it, still missing stuff. 4 display stands and 1 empower. So that should be the next quest. Why does it need circuit boards? Who knows? I guess we'll make some to satisfy it. One advantage of these nuclear craft water sources over the sink is that they actually push. So they automatically push fluid out. That's really their only advantage. The difference is otherwise quite trivial. Anyways, make me a bunch of these circuit boards, I guess. I'm now in, tons of resource mode. So if I need to craft one of something, I figure I may as well craft a whole bunch, because odds are we'll use them later. Alright, why is this quest still not open? It needs crush obsidian, which needs a rock crusher. Alright, let's make a rock crusher. A flux transformer. Recipe does not look okay. It's kind of funny. Because I can buy all of this stuff, I don't actually have to go, like, mining for ores or anything, right? But that's left me without cobblestone. I'm gonna go mining for cobblestone. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm just gonna make the cobblestone generator from nuclear craft instead. So, all I need for this is some crushed graphite. And I think I can make graphite by... where's my coal here? By just smelting coal in a furnace, I believe. So that'll make the graphite, and then I just need to crush it. For that, I'll make the crusher from actually additions. I shouldn't be able to make it yet because, oh no, I can, never mind. The iron casing, at least I think we can, yeah, we can craft it, never mind. But I actually straight up just found a few iron casings. I guess one in a village somewhere along the line. So we can just make our crusher from that. All I need is a couple pieces of flint. I think since I have fortune on my pickaxe, I get 100%, yeah, guaranteed piece of flint this way. As opposed to having to craft three together. Not that it makes a meaningful difference. Alright, so a crusher, and then we'll crush some of this graphite. Crush it. And for the first time, we can use our time in a bottle to speed it up. I'm going to make 8 of the tier 1 cobblestone producers and then combine them together into a tier 2 one. So I think it produces the same amount of total stuff. It just does it in one block. So I want to see, can I make a compacting drawer? Yeah, sure looks like it. All right, let's make a drawer. Upgrade that to a compacting drawer. Stone. Rat. Smelt some stone, and then turn that into a compacting drawer. And this should form now a very, very fast cobblestone generator. Yeah. Yeah, and it even auto outputs. Alright, so apparently I don't get to see how many items are in there. Is it a config option where you have to like extend it in main? Is this what it is? Will automatically show extended information if it is sometimes. No, I don't think that's what I want. Old key. No, that's not what I want. There's one that makes it like not require the probe to see extended information. Maybe that is the setting already. Nope. Yeah, if I look at it with a probe, I see extra information. So I think what I'll do is I'll just make the probe bauble and put in one of my bauble slots and not care. I'm pretty sure there's a config option that you can change to make it. Does it have to go in that slot? I guess so. Yeah, okay. This works for me. I'm pretty sure there's a config option that you can make it so you don't need the bauble probe thing, but whatever, this will suffice. Anyways, I will not run out of cobblestone anymore. I have to turn these blocks of copper into large copper spools, and oh, I see how it works. So far, I can only make the manual rolling machine. I guess the difference between the manual and the automatic is that the manual, you just have to leave the UI open while it crafts. So, I guess we leave this open for a couple minutes. I will be right back. After thinking about it a bit, this whole leaving the UI open thing isn't actually all that bad. If you compare it to the various like hand crank machines where you have to sit there right clicking a thing to make it work, I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? Except you get to walk away instead of having to put a weight on your mouse and then walk away. So I'll deal with it. Anyways, those blocks we can turn these into, there's like basically 3 different tiers of spools. That I think we can make charge coil. Okay, so the rock crusher is 12, right? 3 times 2 times 2, 12 blocks. So we need to craft this thing 3 times. So I need 3 sets of this. All right, plates. How's my plate machine going? Slowly. Go faster, please. One issue with time in the bottling is while it makes the machine faster, it doesn't make it actually intake energy any faster. I don't think that helps, does it? If I had a capacitor of some sort, I could put it in this slot and that would help, but I don't. A random component of this rock crusher also needs brass, which apparently we can just craft by hand, but it's copper and zinc, not tin. So I actually haven't found any zinc ore yet, but you can just buy it. And then can we double this in a smeltery? I expect so. Yeah. All right, works for me. It's not going to form an alloy with electrum, is it? No way. This zinc stuff doesn't follow any of the rules. We can alloy it by hand. We can make plates by hand, and it's 1-to-1. We don't happen to get more plates if we do it. Nope. It's just as efficient to make plates by hand as it is to make them in a machine. All right, whatever. I need 3 charge terminals, 3 charge coils. That makes 3 motors. And 3 sets of rock crushers, except we need more diamond. All right, can I afford a stack of diamond ore? That's silver. Yes, we can. We can afford 3 stacks if needed. All right, let's go repair our pick and then crack this open and see how many diamonds we get. So 1 stack of ore is a little bit over 2 stacks of diamonds. Thought Fortune 3 gave more than that, but whatever, that's plenty. That lets us make our 12 rock crushers. Then the flux transformer. Why is it a multi-block? But I guess Railcraft power is not compatible with RF anymore. Why, I will never know. But I just have to craft this. We get 2 per craft, and we need 8, so I need to craft this 4 times. That makes 8 flux transformers. Quest complete. And we need it to make crushed obsidian, which for some reason thinks it's part of the recipe for Empower. But I guess we need it to make the machine frames anyways. All right, so now we can, well, aside from dense steel plates, I needed IC2 or a nuclear craft. Definitely not making that. I guess we absolutely need to make an IC2 compressor. I thought this thing said IC2 was optional. Let's make sure I'm not missing a recipe here. It has to be dense steel plate. So, yeah. It's looking a lot like we absolutely need an IC2 compressor. Well, dang it. Before we move on to IC2 then, let's set up this transformer thing, try to figure out how it works. So if I just build that, it accepts RF, and I assume it just straight up outputs Railcraft power if I build this here. Network usage? I don't understand. I assume that means it's working. So if I give it obsidian, I assume it's just, yeah, if I give it obsidian, it makes crushed obsidian. Does it hurt me? I assume it hurts me if I jump on it. I'm confident enough that that's a true statement that I'm not going to test it. So, buy a stack of obsidian. Much easier than mining a stack of obsidian. Store it here. Crush. Yes. Alright, Seems good to me. That does what it's advertised to do. Now on to IC2. So for starting off, why don't we just I guess we'll make the IC2 generate the fuel burning generator. If I can find it in here, it just this simply produces EU because we don't have a way to transform RF into EU, right? There's mechanism universal cables, but I think you can barely see them. Yeah, it requires energetic alloy. Is there like a cheaty way we can make energetic alloy? By chance, we like alloy it in a... No, not looking like it. I have 2 pieces of vibrant alloy that I found in a chest. Maybe we can find energetic alloy in chests? Not according to JEI. Ugh. Maybe we make the arc furnace? No way, right? Can we make the basic alloy smelter? Nope, that requires a machine frame. I assume this is the same recipe. Yep. Darn. Looks like there's no way around it. We're gonna need to make some IC2 power. In good news, we're allowed to do... Well, okay. I checked the configs. We're allowed to do this. We will get the machine back. But apparently we also have to spend the next 6 years wailing on it with a pickaxe. But hey, at least we got the machine back. I don't know. It means we don't necessarily have to carry around IC2 wrenches. By extension, it means that regular IC2 wrenches are also lossless, though. So anyways, there's a generator. We needed to power a... What machine was it again? Compressor to make this, right? We can make steel plates in any machine, but yeah, we need a compressor. Weirdly enough, I think the glass fiber cables are actually basically the... If we can buy diamonds, which we can, are the cheapest IC2 cables in the pack. So I'm just gonna use these. I think they're also insulated by default, so you don't like get electrocuted for walking over them, which is very convenient. Anyways, the cables normally serve as your like a fuse. If you try to, if you send too much voltage through it, you burn the cable, not the machine. However, machine explosions are turned off, so I don't have to worry about that. Well, machine meltdowns in general, I believe, are turned off if I'm interpreting the configs right. Anyways, I guess if this area here is going to be for RF power, I'll clear out a little area here and we'll use it for EU power. Let's get this industrial craft party started. So a generator burns, well, I mean, it burns furnace fuels. That box here stores the energy. Doesn't produce a lot of it. In fact, let's, out of curiosity, does this help? It does. I guess it doesn't help it extract energy faster though, so there's kind of a limit. Anyways, that box stores energy, and then compressor consumes energy. So we can now make machine frames. By the way, does this machine frame recipe look oddly familiar to anyone? These 5 inputs make a basic machine frame. I'm pretty sure this is exactly or very similar to the machine frame recipe from what's that pack called? Tongue-tied right now. Infinity Evolved. I think the Infinity Evolved one used 2 pieces of crushed obsidian, whereas this only was 1. What a savings, huh? But I guess it's kind of cool, a nod to Infinity Evolved. I'm pretty sure something in the quest book mentioned it, which is what made me think of it. So, it's not plagiarism. It's, what's it called? Imitation, right? Imitation is a sincerest form of flattery. At least that's how I choose to interpret it. Anyways, now let's set up our Empower. It did say that this is a 1 million RF operation, so it's going to take it a little bit of time, but we can get it started now. And we're empowering. So, to produce 1 million RF at our whopping 60 per tick, it's going to take however long it takes this thing to burn down. Let's see. Basically, we have to burn down 4 pieces of coal, 4 blocks of coal for 1 machine frame. So it's going to take it some time. But time is something that we are out of. So let's wrap up today's episode here. I'll let this process run between videos, but when we come back next time, we'll have a few machine frames, and we'll probably have to explore slightly better ways of producing energy, because waiting 15-20 minutes for a machine frame is probably not reasonable. In any event, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.